All right, guys. Welcome to another post-game edition of the Third Banner Pod, episode number 45 of ours. Tonight on the post-game show, what a big win today with the Cardinals victory over Miami. Go Cards. Unfortunately, I only saw the fourth quarter, so I'm not going to be much help tonight, but I was too excited not to be on here tonight. You got Kyle and Josh and myself. Super excited to be coming at you to talk about that big win. And, we're only a week from Kentucky, but tonight we got to talk about that game against the Canes, boys.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. This was now listen. I said it. Now I was wrong. I was nervous. I said the whole time this was the Jack Plummer game. Now I was nervous if Jack Plummer would be able to live up to the hype. I said either one way or the other, this is the Jack Plummer game. He's either going to have a really good game, open up the run with his passing, or he's going to have his typical road game and we're not going to succeed. We're going to struggle and we're going to lose. And I admittedly on this pod, even though I said this was a Jack Plummer game, I admittedly did not know if he would be able to do it or not. And he did it. It was the Jack Plummer game. It was. When I shared that on Twitter the other day, I got all kind of like reactions and responses. And quite a bit of people were like, this is not the Jack Plummer game. He just needs a game manage like he always does. No. Not against the number one, not against one of the top 5 defenses in rush defenses in the country. Dude. You can't just run and not have a passing game. They're going to lock in on that. And guess who else saw that? One Jeffrey Scott Brohm. I don't even know if his middle name's Scott. It just sounds right. So I'm throwing out Scott.
It works.
One Jeffrey Brohm knew it, and he started the game out with a bunch of misdirection on throwing plays, opening up the run with a pass. And, Jack missed a few. Yeah, no, Couch House, he didn't struggle that bad. No quarterback, when they throw 36 passes, completes all 36. He completed 67% passes,
24 308 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good performance.
Yeah, right. 57%, 308 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have an interception. He had 2 drops, so really he got those 2. He missed a few, but I mean, look, y'all, like, this was the Jack Plummer game. And I give all the props to the offensive line. They blocked their asses off for the running backs, for Jack. I mean, that's a tough defensive line. Ruben Bain, didn't hear a word about him hardly. I heard about him on that one tackle that drew a flag, and that was it. That was it, man.
Yeah, I was really impressed with our resiliency, like going on the road. We knew this was going to be a tough game. Miami always plays this tough. And when we got down, even a lot of people in the Discord were like, hey, this is over. But the team, I mean, they just rallied. And Jack Plummer, I mean, I think a lot of people were like, hey, is he really going to be able to step up and not just game manage, but really lead us to victory? Like, I think in the NFL, they say as a quarterback, like a tractor or a trailer, like, are they helping pull the team to victory or are they like a weight? And Jack was definitely the tractor, helping pull us to victory. So it was awesome.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people want to point toward the 58-yard touchdown pass to Kevin Coleman Jr., but man, I was really impressed with how we used the tight ends today.
Yes.
Gatewood and Trubisky combined over 100 yards receiving just in those 2 guys. So that looked like a great performance from our tight ends.
It was incredible. And let's play. Our defense didn't have their game today. Our defense did not. I was afraid TVD would have a good game today, and that was another reason why I didn't feel very good. All I've heard about for weeks is how bad of a quarterback he is, how many turnovers he has. So what did I absolutely expect? I expected him to have no turnovers, and I expected him to play well, and that's exactly what he did. And our defense, they had their moments. So it wasn't like they played terrible, but they didn't play their typical game. Cameron Kelly missed 2 huge tackles in the backfield that led to like 30 to 40-yard runs. And that just hurt us a couple of times. And then we got burned a couple of times deep. But it was the passing attack. And I'm still seeing people that are in there a little bit skeptical about the game he had. Like, I know he missed like on the one drive, he missed Thrash, and then he didn't see Callaway on the slant. He missed both of those. But like you can find those in every game. Like people aren't talking about the amazing throw and amazing catch as well to
Mhm.
Chris Bell.
That
Yeah.
was
That was an
wild.
amazing throw. That was in the first
That was
half.
wild.
I'm pretty sure.
I only saw it on the highlights, but yeah.
Yeah. And he was being held, right? I mean, he had to catch it with one arm.
It was
I mean, it was
incredible. But the
wild.
throw was exactly where it needed to
Perfect.
be. Exactly where it needed to be. He had like a 3rd and 10, I think, at one point, and he threw an absolute dart. I think that one might have been to Chris Bell too, but he threw a dart down the middle of the field for like 14, 15 yards. He made some throws this game. He made some big throws. It really was. I mean, when you look at Miami's defense and you see that Jack threw for over 300 yards and 3 tutties on the road. I mean, we weren't running the ball that well until the passing attack was developed first, and then they couldn't.
That's exactly what you said
back.
on the last episode.
Yeah, it really was. We had to open up the run with the pass. People thought it was blasphemous. Some people, like on Twitter, when I wrote my own, like on my personal account, just tweet saying like, "This is the Jack Plummer game." It is. Because we're not just going to run down our throats.
You've been that for 2 weeks.
We're not just going to run down our throats, and we didn't. It wasn't until we utilized the tight ends mainly, but we had all kind of guys getting catches. And then all of a sudden, Garindo came in there and played really well. I think he averaged around 8 yards a carry. But like I said, it took opening up the offense some. Jaws is hurt. I wouldn't mind. I think we can beat UK without Jaws. I think we need to save him. Yeah. I think we need IG and Mo Turner in there. It was just great, man. Like, here we are. We're in the ACC freaking championship game, and we did not back into the game.
No.
We didn't need this team to lose or that team to lose. No, we went out there and took what was ours.
Yeah,
on the road, 0-7 at Miami until the day. Every superstition, by the way, was against us winning today. The uniform combination. We were 2-4 with that uniform combination. 0-7 at Miami.
The Devin Hester game.
The hangover game. Like, all these things were going against us.
I got to ask Ty a question real quick. Hey, Ty, what did you think of Jack Plummer's game today?
5-star in my book. 5-star in my book.
Accurate,
Ty.
Yeah. Well, and Plummer also spread the ball. He threw to 12 different receivers. I mean, he threw to an O-lineman for a touchdown. So as much as it was a Jack Plummer game, it was really a Jeff Brohm special too. I mean,
it was.
I mean, there are times where he got back to, like, I don't know, when we start to get adversity, he starts to get a little, I don't know, predictable or kind of, draws up the same 4 or 5 plays. And I feel like he went away from that. He settled down himself. And I mean, everybody showed up. It was awesome, except for Travelstead. I mean, come on, man. Like, extra point. He kicked it about 8 feet in the air.
Hey, Lopez, though.
Yeah. Hey, I say ride the hot hand, right?
Game.
Hey, yeah.
And here's the thing about the Jack Plummer game. Here's another reason I say it's a Jack Plummer game. Obviously, the offensive line, like, if I had to pick a real MVP, I might go with the entire offensive line for doing what they did. But when I look at one individual player, it is Jack Plummer, because here's what people don't realize either. Well, he still made a few bad throws. Our offense was Jamari Thrash, like 50 to 75% of the passing game. And he's still struggling too. He's a guy who, I think we still need to keep him out there, but I'm hoping he can get better as time goes on after he had surgery on his wrist. He was not near 100% today, and I think he had 1 catch, and it wasn't a very big catch. He had a big drop, which I think a lot of that has to do with his injury.
He did have the 2-point conversion, so he had that, and that was huge. Yeah,
but I guess my point is, like, it was like Jamari Thrash was our main passing attack, and he would just hone in on him. Not that I wanted to see Jamari Thrash get injured, but it might be a blessing in disguise, because it forced Jack to go out there and find other guys. And this is the first game I've seen where the tight ends were not only used, like, consistently, but they were a primary focus. Like, we've had games where a tight end had a couple of grabs in a game, and that's it. But today, they had at least 10 receptions, at least. So
Yeah.
I was just impressed all around. No, I'm not doing that. No. It was a Jack Plummer game. He didn't have to play perfect. Nobody's going to complete 36 out of 36, 100%. Like, we already addressed missing thrash and he did. He missed a few throws. He also completed 67% of his passes without his primary receiver being healthy. 3 touchdowns, only 1 intercept. I say only 1 because when you have a 3-to-1 touchdown interception ratio, you can work with that on the road against a really good defense.
12 people caught a pass today too.
12 people caught a pass. It's the Jamari Thrash. It's the Jack Plummer game. It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ash, that's sharing the love. 12 guys have a reception on the game.
Ash, what'd you think coming in the fourth quarter? You probably looked at the score and you were like, what?
Man, I was freaking out because I was trying to watch it at a softball field, and people kept peeking over my shoulder to see if I was watching, see who I was watching. And then I always get crazy looks like, why are you watching that game, basically, being here in Austin. And, and then I'm having crazy reactions. They're even getting more couldn't figure out why I was, having the reactions that I was right there in the middle of all the softball action and going on. But man, it was too exciting. I couldn't hold it in. I yelled like crazy when Coleman scored that touchdown. Kyle's favorite play of the night whenever Evan Conley scored the touchdown.
Hey, let the third banner pod receipts know that we've never once doubted the Evan Conley package. Nope, we've always been on board with that.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No,
we all love it.
Seriously, I was freaking out when he came in there. I was like, no, yes.
Yeah.
I know. I was doing the same. At first, I was like, man, why are we doing this here? We're getting too cute. And then he runs it in, and I was like, yeah.
See, this is something I'm talking about. I see somebody say somebody saying Jack Plummer overshot the lineman. No, he lofted that for that reason. Now, he had some throws where he threw it too hard, and he should have had more touch on him. But that throw of the lineman, he just lofted it up there. And, you just got to reach above your head and grab that. Like, you see that all the time in those kind of plays, especially to them, because a lineman's not used to catching the ball right here like this. Like, you're not throwing a bullet or like a hard pass. You're it's a lineman, so you want him to catch it up here. You want him to be able to adjust to it in the air because it's such a lofted up pass. I thought it was a perfect pass.
Yeah, the throws I remember him missing was obviously the interception, and then
Megan, what's up? I didn't know you'd be in here tonight.
And then in the first drive, he missed one to Mari. So but other than those two, I really thought he was pretty on. Lifson, I think, skied up and caught one that was he probably could have placed it better, but really, it's hard to judge him too much at this point. Like you said, if Thrash had 200 yards receiving and a bunch of long touchdowns, sure. But he spread it around to 12 different guys, a lot of big third down throws. I was impressed. That is better than I could have expected.
His fourth quarter, he went 6 of 7 for 135 yards and a tutty. And it was when we were tied up 31-31. And I about made Ash freak out because I said, Ash, I know you're old enough to remember this, but we lost at Miami in 2004, 41-38.
I was at that game, and right in front of me at that game were 2 people dressed head to toe in UK gear in the old Orange Bowl. I was like, come on, guys.
If the world ever ends and you're in an underground bunker and you find a human for the first time in 20 years, they'll be garbed up and down in UK gear. You can guarantee it. You can't get away from them. They're like cockroaches, man.
I'll never forget that game, though. That was a fun game, even though we lost. But
oh, look at that. Wes says that Evan's no longer Wake Forest Conley. He's now South Beach Conley. Oh man, I really was. I was freaking out when he went in the game. I was like, not this shit again. Not today.
Garindo, by the way, ran for 97 yards on 15 carries and a touchdown. So I mean, he did solid work back there too.
Yeah. I would say he always runs like someone stole from him. Like he's always running hard. He's ready to knock somebody over, dude. I love it.
He had a play where he ran, and I think he gained about 25, 30 yards, and he just like trucked a dude. Like neither one of them fell, so it's like he didn't truck him completely, but like he trucked him out of bounds, and the guy just finally let go and was like, "I give up. I'm done."
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of that run with the spin. Like he hit the line and then he spun and he got like 20 yards out of nothing. Like there was no.
That was a great one. That was probably his best run.
Yeah.
But this was a game too where it was like Murphy's Law. It was like everything that could go wrong did. Like first off, we missed a field goal, we missed an extra point, and on the one where we missed a field goal, we really should have had a touchdown because that is the one where Jack Plummer overthrew Thrash, and then he just flat out did not see Callaway on a slant, and Jeff Brohm laid into that bad. That was like, oh man, I was like, he's getting an earful for this one. Then you look at like some of the things like. Who was it? It was a Mason Rieger that gets a big sack, but he grabs the face.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, I yelled so loud.
Third and 11.
I mean, he killed him too.
No, you're thinking of the.
You're thinking of the different one. The blind side one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of the sack. It was like 3rd and 11. Mason Rieger sacks him, but he grabs the face mask. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Like shit like that was happening all game long, where it was just like, my God. I mean, they had no turnovers. The time where I thought they were going to have a turnover, I thought for sure when Mason Rieger hit him that second time.
I don't know how he held on to it.
I don't know how he held on to it. The ball actually did move, but he held on to it. And I was just like, it's their damn day. Even the punt on that possession, the punter catches a snap like this, like he's damn Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
He had Stickum on his hand, like damn Jerry Rice, and then just punts it. And not only punts it, but boots it right in between a Louisville player trying to block it right in between their hands, and it goes like 45 yards. I'm like, this is not our damn day, and we still did it.
I think we almost blocked that one too, if I remember right. Like we were like this.
We did.
The block.
We did. That's what I'm saying. Like it went like right in between his hands. Yeah. It's like everything that could go right for Miami did, and everything that could go wrong for us in a lot of ways did, which is where Jack Plummer's game to me is what you guys can say, well, he misses in that throw, but like the normal Jack Plummer on the road we've seen
to be a good game, so
doesn't come near. Like he carried us. He did carry us, and the offensive line. And offensive line carried us. The defense did not play well, and we needed the passing plays that we got. And then on that final, like I said, it's 31 up. We go out there, he hits 2 big pass plays. I mean, that's what he needs to do.
Yeah.
Brad, thanks for bringing this up because I want to go back and catch those clips if I can find those replays. Thanks for pointing that out about John L. Those ought to be pretty good to look at.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
But, hey, UK game. How many days, Ash? We all know.
Yeah. Ash has got a tracker.
7 days.
We all do.
Yeah.
We all got it now because it's next.
Hey, what's the score of that game, by the way? Are they losing South Carolina? They were down 10-7.
I don't
know, but we get them next. Their fans are already trashing the Third Banner Pod Twitter account about basketball. Like they're down bad.
They're already passed up the game. Yeah,
you're down bad.
They're down 3.
First off, football is the biggest sport in America. So you talking about basketball in November? That just shows how bad you guys are. You're down bad. I don't hear basketball smack right now. Talk to me in March and April when it matters. And I'm sure we won't be there. I'm just saying, that's when I care about basketball. Like I don't care. I mean, I'll watch it now, but like you're not going to talk trash about basketball the week of the Louisville UK football game. Like
no, we're 10-1. I mean, come on, guys.
Right.
This is
not
football.
Doing that. Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Come on,
but
Jim
speaking of the
Boston
UK game, guys, if you're watching the video, please give us in the comments section of this video, please give us your prediction on UK so that we can kind of keep track of that.
Yeah, we want those predictions. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
I am. Well, I've been thinking pretty good. We're going to be 11-1, guys, after the regular season. Can you believe that crap?
That's wild.
11-1.
That is wild.
I mean, none of us think that. You guys thought I was nuts when I said 10-2.
Chad says UNC message board had a thread complaining about how we got all the calls. So I'm glad they lost to Clemson, and I hate Clemson. Why would they complain about anybody getting calls after that Duke
Right.
game?
No kidding.
Right.
That's
First off,
wild,
Yeah, that's
dude.
not
there
very
were a
much.
lot of missed calls that went in our favor, and there were a lot of missed calls that went against us. That
Dude, that
it was an equally poor officiated game. And I predicted in the Discord, I said, they are going to call a key defensive holding on us on the last drive for Miami. And they haven't called it all game on us or them. Both teams were
Mhm.
holding at will. What do
Oh,
they
yeah.
do? What do they do? Sure as shit, they get down there and they throw the flag and they're like holding.
Mhm.
But that last play where they were complaining that Riley held, he did not. And it was
Mm.
way over his head anyway. It was
Yeah.
pass interference the play before that they called it, but not that last one. So no, we did not get all the calls. They did not get all the calls. The officials were just hey, if you're going to suck at officiating, be equally inept on both sides. That way it kind of all comes out in the wash, you know? That's
Yeah.
the way I
Yeah.
look at it.
So, the last few weeks defensively, we've given up quite a few more points. Are you guys seeing anything different when you watch the games? Or are they exploiting a weakness of ours? Or what do you guys feel like is the difference? I mean, I know on the road in the ACC, that's never easy to win. But like our defense went from allowing 10 points or less for I don't know how many games in a row to like 27 last week. And I mean, are you guys seeing anything different?
I saw today, I think the two biggest defensive plays that really hurt us, again, it's not to single out Cameron Kelly, but he came off the edge twice and had clean shots at, I can't remember their starting running back's name, but he missed them both times. And they just opened up a huge, those weren't the only two plays, but Miami's fast. They're good. They're highly rated. And I was afraid, like I said, I've been saying, I was afraid their quarterback would go off today just because he was due. He's not going to continue. And then they really hyped it all week, and I really believed it. They said that he was feeling confident all week. He felt better. He reevaluated some things, met with his team. I just felt like this was a game. And I mean, for anyone too, this is another reason why it's an impressive game. You were going to get one of two Miami teams. You were either going to get the team we got, or you were going to get a team that was just done with the season and they were going to lay down. We did not get that today. We got Miami at their best. I mean, their quarterback played amazing.
Yeah.
And their defense, they ran into and that's where the coaching staff just gets all the credit in the world, man. The planning going into this game, having an extra day to plan. I mean, we were ready. We were damn ready. Those scripted drives at the beginning, I was like, holy crap. I mean, I really felt like we were going to like win big at the very beginning. We shut them down. We go down there and score immediately. And I'm like, okay, it's on. And then they came back, took the lead. And so then it was just like, okay, it's going to be a heart attack kind of game. But Clutch says Alderman twice had a tackle for loss and read the play wrong. See, I saw Cameron Kelly do that. I did see Alderman miss
one. Yeah.
I saw him miss a key one, and I saw Cameron Kelly miss two, and then he got one later against the backup running back. He actually got him behind the line. But hey, man, I don't know. I can't get over it, man. I'm just so pumped right now. I'm so pumped. It's just, man.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I'm looking at the comment. It looks like Jesse's saying they
you're right. The
out-athleted us. Yeah, I said they out-athleted us. I feel like that's always the case with Miami, to be honest. Like, they have so many studs just in their backyard that, like, any game, regardless of their record, they can all decide to show up and beat just about anybody. So that's a tough win on the road. I'm proud of the boys. And like you, Kyle, like I can't stop smiling. Like I'm so excited for next weekend.
Clutch, we need Brownlee back. I'm kind of you got to beat UK. Like you got to beat UK, but also in my mind I'm like, if you can maybe get one more week without Brownlee. One more and get him in the Florida State healthy. I don't know, it's a risk cuz you cannot lose that game. Like you cannot end the season losing that game. You just can't.
No.
So I don't know, but
that ruins the season. Well, I wouldn't say ruins, but it puts a damper on the
like
season.
Jawar Jordan, I think you need to sit him because I just don't think he's going to give you anything at this point.
Yeah.
It's really sad to see because we just talked like 3 weeks ago about how he might be the second best running back in the history of Louisville football. And then I said, barring injury. And then sure enough, this injury it's really taken a lot out of him, man. And it's a shame.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking he probably should sit. I'm thinking he needs to get as healthy as he can for Florida State.
Yeah, I agree.
Jarvis, I'd love to see him against UK out there, but I don't know. I don't know if we can. They have good receivers, so I'm thinking we do need them. Now I sit here and think about that is one of the strengths on their team, running back and receiver. Offensive line, not so much, and defense, not so much.
Yeah, I think somebody asked in the chat, this was a while ago. They said, would you rather be 9-3 and like destroy Kentucky, or would you rather be 10-2 and lose to Kentucky?
I'd rather be 11-1.
Like, yeah, yeah, right. Yeah. Now we got a shot at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
now all those hypotheticals are gone for me now.
Yeah.
Now I'd rather be 11-1 ACC championship game and a win over UK because I'm a greedy son of a bitch.
Well, and to speak on your point about Tyler Van Dyke, he was 24-39 for 327 yards. So I mean, he had a good game.
Great game. Those are winning and no turnovers. He had no turnovers.
Right, no turnovers.
Well, and those weren't. It's not like he was throwing 5 yards and the guys were getting like 30 yards a yak. Like he was making some big time throws too. So
no link tonight. Are you talking about the StreamYard link to come on here and talk, Wes? Because we can put that on there. We put on the last couple of episodes and nobody really jumped at it. But yeah, if you guys want to come on here, we'd be glad to have you.
Show.
So,
oh boy,
we can drop that link.
You got it?
Yeah, here, let me just. Yeah, y'all can keep talking. I'll throw it in there.
First downs, we had more first downs than they did, 26-21. Looks like there was not very many penalties in the games. It looks like there's only 2 penalties on each team.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, they didn't call any.
Yeah,
that was the point. It was on both sides.
That's crazy. Only 4 penalties total.
Of course, UNC fans are going to say we got away with it because they wanted us to lose. So they were only looking at the plays where we got the benefit of the doubt. But I'm telling you, I try to be as unbiased as I can. And like that basketball game earlier this year where we won against UMBC, we got away with it. We shouldn't have won that game. Or I guess maybe we could have if they missed both free throws. But really, they should have been at the free throw line with 2 seconds left. So I try to be unbiased is my point. But in this game here, it was just like they were all kind of missed calls. They just didn't want to call penalties on anybody. They wanted – it's like it was the weirdest game because you would think, okay, they're not calling a lot of penalties. It's a fast game, right? It got done quickly. No. They were reviewing everything. They kept pausing it, changed the down markers, the time on the clock. I started griping on Twitter. I said, if I want to watch a bunch of men stand around and call it sports, I'd watch baseball. That's why I don't like baseball. Too much standing around. Sorry, Ash. I'm throwing a little baseball shade.
Yeah.
Throwing the shade.
Well, and I think
let's hop on. That's the link right below your comment there if you want to hop on.
I think Miami had 2 penalties, and they were both personal foul penalties. But, like, we both had hits that were questionably on the sidelines. I mean, the holding calls, I feel like we didn't get the benefit of the doubt there. Like, I can think of a few times on kick returns or punt returns where they definitely held. A few big runs.
We got away with it too, though, because there were some where we tackled them, like we were tackling dudes.
Right on the line.
I was like, wait, I was like, oh God, and no flag. Yeah. Like this,
I was worried,
man. Those refs were ready to hit the South Beach. They were ready to drink it up. Wes, thank you for joining us, man.
What's going on, yeah?
What's going on, man? Hey, we appreciate Wes. He runs Twitter Spaces during the week on Twitter, and we get no spaces. What's going on, man?
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for chiming in, for real.
Yeah, hey, I love it, man.
Yeah, I need to get on there. I just been listening usually when I hop on, but
so what'd you think, man?
Ash, I've seen you in there. You got to jump on, dude. Especially since you're the guy who with JoJo Stone, and we know what's coming next week. We know what's coming next week. They don't.
7 days, boys. 7 days.
Oh yeah.
game wise, you guys were just talking about holding calls, and I low key trolled a few Miami fans because they talked so much
Good.
crap. Like,
They
oh,
deserve it.
we're gonna ruin you guys' season. We're gonna do this. I was like, okay. And then dude said the refs were on our side when they had so many holding calls that got missed on them. They had plays after the whistle where their players were shoving our guys down and slamming them and doing everything.
Out of bounds.
Like, there was so much that didn't happen on their end. There were those three plays alone out of bounds would have gave us 45 yards. The holding calls.
Yeah.
Like, how else do you keep Ashton out of a backfield? Let me know.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
There's no way possible. But no, I definitely agree with you. Down the stretch, it became the Jack Plummer game. It really did.
It did.
He made some key throws.
Oh yeah.
My opinion on Jaws is they should have just let Jaws stay out. Let Isaac do all the. Isaac's got it.
Yeah.
He's a stud.
What else? What else?
I mean, we averaged 5 yards per carry tonight or today. I keep saying tonight, but it was 5 yards per carry today as a team. So that's.
I think it was
I think I did for like 8 by himself.
Yeah.
At one point he did, unless it went down towards the end of the game.
I think he ended up with a little over 6, like 6.2
for the game.
Yeah.
But
still great. We can do that.
Yeah, and this guy you can't push back. He's falling forward every time.
Yep.
You're not taking him back.
Yeah. He's a load.
Absolutely, man. Well, Wes, we thank you for chiming in for us, man. You got anything else?
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys.
All right, appreciate you.
All righty, thanks, Wes.
We'll be on tomorrow night.
All right, hey, tomorrow night, Twitter. What time?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Twitter Spaces. Or
all right.
X Spaces, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to hop on? There's the link down there. So
I think I call something X. Like that's just such a. Hey, you guys want to get on X tomorrow?
It's a weird. Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Sounds like you're having an orgy.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like an
Somebody else has joined the stream.
Ross.
Here we go, Ross.
Ross.
I'm sure you have a word or two about how you think the game went.
Yeah.
10-1, baby.
Hey, let's go. We're in the ACC championship, baby. We didn't back our way in. We earned it. We won. Yes. Yes.
Come on, boys.
Love it. Love the energy.
You gotta be on the key.
Hey.
That was terrible. We're never doing that again.
Oh man.
Hey,
not great.
I can't tell y'all how pumped I am. I told you. I said Brohm would have that team ready. And I know it was sketchy at times, but like we said on Wednesday, right? I said I wanted Miami's best game. I wanted Miami's best game. They gave us a game, and we took it from them. We took it. We took that game and earned it, earned that win. Coffin nails, baby. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Love it. Love it.
And we did it with offense and passing.
Hey. Shoot. So I mean, tell me where we're at, man. I fill me in.
Well, I started it to talking about it was the Jack Plummer game. It really was. Not that IG had a bad game. He had a good game. But we opened up the run with the pass. Jack had a few missed throws, but people tend to really look at those and really neglect the fact that, well, we had 2 drops, and then he completed 67% of his passes, 308 yards, 3 touchdowns on the road against a stout defense. He did that. He had like 10 or 12 completions to the tight ends. He did that. And he had the game-winning drive when we were 31-31. He did that on 2 passes. So it was his game. And then we were able to open up the run because they had to key in on our receivers and tight ends. They couldn't just focus on the run. The defense, they had some stops, but they had no turnovers, and they didn't have their best game. So we won in a way we haven't had to win, and we did it. We did it tonight. So we just keep finding new ways to win. Jamari Thrash, another big reason I call it the Jack Plummer game. Jamari Thrash was out. He was out there, but he was not 100%. didn't look 100%, had a key drop because his wrist is still bothering him. And before tonight, Jamari Thrash was like 50% of the passing targets. So, we found a new way to win tonight. It's just incredible. This team, man, like, it's like going bar for bar. Like, if you go like to some of our other teams that only lost one game, I would say that they had a little bit more talent at certain key positions. But I would argue this team is as tough as any of those teams and as resilient as any of those teams, because there's situations this team's been in that those other teams would fold. Even that 2006 team, when Rutgers came storming back, they had no answer, and they kind of folded. This team, it seems like when you think they're out, when you think they're down, I even in this game, as nervous as I was, I never once, even when Miami took the lead and it was in the third quarter, I started to think that we were on the ropes. But for the first time, usually I get kind of really pessimistic. For the first time, I was like, we've been here. We've been on the ropes.
Yeah,
we can do it. We, no joker and a thief to boost us in the fourth quarter, but I don't know. Maybe some of the Louisville visiting fans had their cell phones out. We're playing it. Whatever. I don't know. But the fourth quarter came and we were there, baby.
Yeah, it was a mostly red crowd. I mean, we came out. So
I tell you what, man. This team has a lot of composure. We had a chance to tie it there right before halftime. Travelstead misses the extra point, right? Even after that, I was like, we're fine. Like, we are fine. Like, we're going to get the ball second half. As long as we get a field goal, it offsets that missed kick. And then I said, at some point, we're going to have to go for two. We go for two. We get that conversion. And I'm like, oh, yeah, dude. This is our game right now. I was like, you could feel it. It was way different than I don't have any problems, no qualms in saying it. If this is a Satterfield-led team, we lose that game.
Oh, yeah.
We lose that game. One, they don't come out. They don't answer the intensity that's needed to sit there and hang. Two, they don't sit there and keep bouncing back. We've seen it. This is the Brohm effect. There are so many stigmas and so many superstitions, not even superstitions, like the weird records that they beat today winning this game.
I was talking about that earlier. Yeah.
So many, dude. So many. Like, it is the Brohm effect. This team feeds off that coaching staff, and they answer the call time and time again. We've got a dog, y'all. We have a dog. Like, they got dog in them. They're gonna fight. Like, they're not gonna stop. And I know we have one loss this year, and it's fluky. But I told you all on Wednesday. I said, this is not a game. This is not a game that a Brohm team loses. This is a big moment. We have a chance to outright take our spot in the ACC championship. This is not the moment where a Brohm team loses. And I hate even prefacing that way. I hate even saying that. But if you look at history, this is not the game that a Brohm team loses. And we took that game. We took it. We took it from them. We earned that win. We earned it.
Yeah.
Clutch makes a good. I was actually about to bring this up. He said he saw a tweet from a photographer that said they could hear F-bombs for 10 straight minutes from the Louisville locker room at halftime. He said, I remember the tweet. It said, I don't know who it was in there, But I'm right next to their locker room, or our room is next to it, and you could just hear F-bombs like crazy in there the entire time. So, I mean, it's intense. And did you see that series where on defense we gave up a first down and Jeff Brohm just came absolutely unglued? At first, I thought he was going after the officials, and then I realized, oh no, he's ripping into his own dudes. And people are like, he's got to keep composed. And I'm like, hell no, man, let it all out.
Well, Ross,
that is a guy that realizes, that's a coach, that is a head coach that realizes the magnifications and the ramifications of that situation and how much that game means. Like that team fed off that, dude. Like it feels so good. We got our guy, dude. We got our guy.
Yeah. And McAfee mentioned, to your point, Ross, during the pregame show, he's like, I'm picking the cards because Jeff Brohm's a football player. And then he played that old XFL clip where they were like, how did you play after that hit? And he's like, number one, is this the XFL? Number two, like, do I have a pulse? You know that. And he's like, they have a football player as their coach, so I trust them to go on the road and win. You know.
Well, the funny thing about that interview is Jeff Brohm wearing a suit, walking in he was scanning Miami's field like he was
weird,
like he was the Secret Service at the State of the Union address for the president, making sure nobody's going to get to that press because it was. And then of course it got blocked out. So it was one of those things where he got cut off, technical difficulties.
We're going to have to bring on our next guest.
We got our guest.
What up, boys?
Trent, what do you got to say, boy?
Trent, are you at work?
Yeah, I got to sneak us a little bit. I'm not going to be on here long, but
we're going to say you're on lunch break, right?
Well, no, I'm supervisor. So I kind of do what I want anyway. You know?
There you go.
There you go.
I was going to piggyback a little bit on what you were saying, third there. That just it's crazy how this team can win, and we've won in pretty much every way that you can this year. We've won nasty, ugly defensive battles, 10-13. We won with offense today. I mean, today I think it was a full team effort, really. I mean, defense was a little bit gassed, but the offense wasn't doing them favors at some points. But we've won with offense tonight, Boston College. We won. I mean, you could also say special teams a little bit, with Travelstead and the NC State game. But like today, tight ends, we haven't used tight ends at all, and tight ends were the offense.
That's beautiful.
Just fun. Well, I think the biggest thing that I have for this entire season, we all look at the schedule and this schedule's weak. We don't have to be a good team to win 9 games this year. Well, we are a great team. We beat the talent that we played this year is better than we have thought. I think we have 6 top 50 wins this year.
They've done better, like NC State, for example.
It's just fun. It's just fun to be in these games. Today might have been the biggest football game in Louisville, since I've watched. It might have been the biggest game that we've taken place in just because of what was at stake. I mean, this is not the Conference USA. It's not the Metro. It's the ACC.
Interesting to look back on this year and it's try to argue where this team fits in the lore of Cardinal football. Because nobody saw the. I mean, even myself when I said 10-2 before the season, I was kind of trying to just be, rosy glasses or whatever, but nobody really saw this coming, guys. Let's be honest.
Ross, what were you gonna say, man?
I was gonna ask Trent, because Trent has a good eye for football. What do you think about those running backs and their ability to block in the backfield today?
So the running backs
and their ability to block.
The running backs blocking, or the offensive line blocking for the running backs? Are you talking about in pass pro?
I know what you're thinking. Pro. There was a play, for example, we did a play action pass. It was It was 3rd and 2 or 4th and 2. We did a play action pass, and that's a good example. The fullback just laid the dude out. He was coming in there and just laid him right out and gave Jack the time to throw it to Kariski down.
I would say all year, guys like IG, even Maurice Turner. Maurice Turner's not a big dude, but when he's in there in pass pro, he eats blocks, man. He will.
Yes, he does.
He'll take a shot. And then guys like Kariski's not the. You have Dwayne Martin. I mean, you never really see Dwayne Martin do anything but block. But I mean, he's great in the backfield doing stuff like that. And then you have Lifson. Lifson's kind of like a little utility guy too. I mean, he does the dirty work. It was nice to see him get some catches this year or today too as well. I think the overall pass pro in general today was actually very good. I mean, there's 4 pros on this D line. I mean, Ruben Vane's only a freshman, but I mean, there's four pros on that defensive line, and we didn't give up any sacks. I know Jack was moving a little bit. He had to get out of the pocket a few times, and whether he needed to every time is debatable. But still, I mean, I was very nervous with our tackles pass setting in this game. Now they're more susceptible to a speed rush than maybe like the pass rushers that Miami have, where they're a little bit bigger, thicker guys. But it was just, I think it was a great game as
Eric
far
Miller,
as pass pro went.
Eric Miller had a hell of a game.
Hey, I had to eat some crow on Miller. I was kind of down on him a little bit this year, and he's a great run block, and it's pass setting that's can be iffy, but I mean they killed it today, no doubt. Austin Collins looked great today.
Trent, got anything else?
And I will say, Miller was gonna need help going into today, and if you looked, like we had a lot of tight ends and we had a lot of running backs chipping off that side today to give him that help. Like that was the absolute best game plan. Like that was smart. Like he was going to need help and he got the help. And
there's little things that a lot of people don't really look for, but I mean, it was a great game plan. They executed pretty dang good. The last thing I'll leave, because I got to get back to work anyway. It's exciting. This is the shit that we have been waiting for. Big boy football. This is what we wanted. Not the Big East. We're not picking on teams going 12-1 or whatever, beating UConn. I mean, ACC isn't the best, but I mean it's Power 5 football, and I'm just excited that we are part of this and that we have a great chance. I mean, it sucks that Jordan Travis is out the way that he is, but we have a fantastic chance to finish the season 12-1. Everything's said and done, and to see where we sit on that last college football ranking, you never know the playoffs. But I'll get out of here, boys. It's good seeing y'all.
All right.
Thanks, Trent.
Thanks for coming on, buddy.
All right. Yeah, I mean, he made some good points there, Ross, about chipping to help out Eric Miller. I mean, that is a very key adjustment. We saw a lot of adjustments. Like, I guess I wouldn't have predicted the tight ends were going to be as big of a part of the passing attack today, and that was my biggest surprise of the day.
Yeah,
just how much. And I mean, they all caught the ball. They made some good catches too. Now Gatewood, but I call him Goatwood. Goatwood can catch the ball, man. For somebody that's raw at the position and has just, he's putting a quarterback up until this moment, or the moment in time that he came here, transferred to tight end. That man's got some hands. And I mean, we're going to have to do some soul selling to get Gatewood back next year because he has no eligibility left. And I would just love to see him with an entire offseason learning the path protection and the run protection blocking schemes, because he's got the receptions out. No, we don't want TVD. I think TVD is a gamer, but I don't think we want him as a quarterback. No.
Asher, you're cutting Ross or you're cutting Kyle off with that gift.
No, I was
cut me off.
No, I had to cut off. I had to answer Devin Judson's question there just with that.
No, we don't want that. No, I think we got some guys in mind at quarterback. We'll see what happens in the portal. But for now, let's just soak it up, man. But by the way, let's go ahead and transition to recruiting. Zach Soskin had himself a day on Twitter.
I haven't seen any of that. So,
well, I included some of those tweets in the Discord. So I don't know if you could pull those up at some point as we talk about them.
Yeah, let me go ahead and grab them.
He had them in the chamber. Like, he's been waiting on this game. Because we have that whole 305 to the Ville thing going on with our Miami players. And by the way, Stan Kwan had a big tackle tonight. What's his name? I don't know why I can't. Frierson had a big tackle for loss today.
Hey, man, that dude has come up so clutch in big moments all year. That kid is a gamer, dude. He is a gamer.
Oh, I can't go to UK game. It's a nooner. That sucks. I'm gonna be thanks. I'm gonna have my mother's Thanksgiving thing. And I'm smoking a turkey.
That means it's 11 a.m. for me. God, that sucks.
Anyway, to stick to what we were talking about. So Zach Soskin, man, he the 305 to the Ville thing we did last offseason, got some guys. We really wanted to focus in on that area. He had these all in the chamber waiting on this football game here. And I had a few of them shared, so I don't know. I can't really – is there a way to zoom in a little bit on that?
Yeah, I'm getting it now.
Oh, okay. I saw Coach Hova retweeted one of them.
They're better for you?
Yeah, so this one's about Ruben Owens. He just said, he's happy for Ruben Owens because Ruben, I guess, rushed for over 100 yards a day against whoever Texas A&M played, some really low major school. But Zach's basically sitting here saying, he could have been doing this all season with proper play calling and opportunities. The future could not be brighter. Now, the future, I would assume, he's alluding to not at Texas A&M. So. There's that. So there was that one. He actually had tweeted though about Miami, like, hey, if any of you guys are upset with Mario's play calling,
yeah, he did, yeah.
And you want to go somewhere else? There it is, Coach Hova. So he said, all Miami players sick of the coach costing them games. I know you have Coach Hova's number. Don't be afraid to use it. And Coach Hova retweeted it. So he shared it, and it's we're not going to hide from this, man. We want those kind of players here.
It's not tampering if they reach out to you.
No,
take it. Yeah,
you're allowed to send a mass tweet like that. It's not directed at anybody.
I mean, if Ruben Bain wants to come over, probably not going to stop him.
Well, something tells me he won't. I think he's.
No, I don't think so either.
He's a Miami. I did see it was just interesting seeing all the carryover guys who we've had interactions with, whether it's recruiting or they played for us or they played for them. Like Tyler Harrell, I saw him over there during a timeout. He didn't get any playing time as far as I know. That sucks because at one time we looked at him as a deep threat here. And I really think under Brohm, he could still be that kind of guy, but, it just didn't work out at the time. And, he's at Miami now. I saw where Ray Joseph, y'all remember that name? I saw he had a return for receiver. I think it was a kickoff return. And so that was a name that came up. We thought we were going to land him for a long time, and then he ended up picking Miami. And, of course, you got Ruben Bain, and on our end, we got Frierson and Clark and – It's interesting. I like that we're playing Miami every year right now. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. It's fun.
They don't like it as much because they don't have as much to gain. I do understand that, but I like it as a Louisville.
It's better than playing Virginia every year. It's like
the crossover rival thing. Yeah.
Oh man, it's so much fun, dude. It is so much fun. Again, going back, we had never won there. We had never won there.
Never.
And
not against Miami.
To beat Miami at home, man, it is so special. Again, I said there is no way that Jeff Brohm is losing Howard Schnellenberger's gold-plated boots. There is no way, dude. It's not happening. We were gonna win that game. Those boots were on the line. We were taking those boots. Those boots were made for walking, and that's just exactly what Louisville will do, right? So one of these days, Louisville's gonna walk all over you. Those are ours, dude. Those are our boots. I don't care if Howard coached at Miami. He left you all. Came here and made us. We are that baby, right? Those are our boots. We weren't going to lose that game. Jeff Brohm was not going to lose that game.
Can we weld those boots in a pipe? I just don't understand how they messed that up.
Yeah, the pipe would have been way better.
But we'll take the boots.
I thought that too. I thought the boots were kind of lame. But
we'll take the boots, but he's never known for boots. He was known for the pipe, man. His nickname was the pipe. How did they mess that up? I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it'd be I don't know. I don't know what to compare it to, but it's just one of those things where I will take the boots. That's what it is. It's the boots, so we'll take them. I'm still just so pumped, man.
Yeah, I'm right.
So, looking ahead to Kentucky, there's no way Jeff Brohm loses this game, right? Like
This can't be a letdown game. That's the great news about UK. It's not going to be a letdown game because we've been getting our asses kicked for 4 straight years by them. This can't be a letdown game.
You know offhand what?
Now, if we were playing like Pittsburgh or Virginia Tech, I'd be a little worried. We're playing UK. We're playing them at home. Hell no.
I feel you, Kyle, because you follow IU a little bit more than us, but like, do you know what his record was at Purdue in the old Oaken Bucket?
Whose record was?
Jeff
Tom
Brohm's
Allen?
record.
Oh, Jeff Brohm. He went 3-1.
3-1. Okay.
4-1.
So he takes it serious.
He was there 5 years, wasn't he? Or was it 4?
I'm forgetting.
4.
So he went 3-1. He only lost once.
Yeah, he grew up in Louisville. Like, he knows this rivalry. Like, he's a Louisville fan himself. There's no way. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's no way.
Oh, that's Jason says Helen's wife didn't want them to do the pipe because she didn't like his smoking. I didn't know that. So, okay.
I didn't know that either.
Well, that makes sense then, because to me, that was like such an obvious thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to please the wife. You can't, unhappy wife, unhappy life.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true.
You don't want that smoke. Get it? Smoke. Pipe. And one dad joke per
if you're
episode.
enjoying the show tonight, please help us out here. I have a goal for us tonight. Let's see if we can get to 50 likes on the video tonight. So if you guys are watching, please hit that like button on this episode. Make a little personal goal for us to get to 50 likes on this episode.
I'm waiting on somebody else to get on here. I'm waiting for somebody else to jump on with
I'm trying to get everybody to get on here.
I know. I'm glad Trent joined. Ty's at work. What's his excuse? Trent was on.
He's like a used car salesman looking for a sell, man. Come on. He's trying to get somebody to get on here.
Hey, throw that link out there. Throw that link out there again.
Well, it's not that far up. I posted it again.
Captain Hammer, he'll come on.
Yeah,
Captain Hammer tonight, but he has before.
He will. Throw him the link.
Iowa State and Texas is 6-3 at half. Texas.
Really? Iowa State's up 6.
That's how much score.
No, they're down 6-3.
Oh, well, that's still very close.
Yeah.
If Texas loses, guys, we're having a whole different conversation because it doesn't guarantee we're in if we win out, but it sure in the hell opens the door. They are literally slamming the door in our face right now.
Yep.
So it's somehow, some way they lose, which I don't think they're going to. I bet they come out in the second half like a bunch of bandits. But if they do, I'm happy either way. Let me put it that way. We all on this pod, we guessed 3. Ash had 2 losses, including our very first game. Ash's win losses was cracking me up because he basically had us almost running, which we did almost run the table anyway, really.
Be fair.
So long story short, it's like whatever happens, man, whether it's the Orange Bowl, the only thing that could put a little bit of a damper on this is if we lost to UK, and I don't expect that. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to be so damn ready.
I got one question for Captain Hampton that he needs to answer, and that's his smoked queso. How was that smoked queso, Captain Hampton?
Man, that did look good.
That looked good.
Yeah, that looked good.
He needs to come on.
He said give him a few, so he's probably he's probably setting his rate.
Right, we need to get Nick in here. Nick, come on.
Nick's driving.
He's driving, he said.
Now Ross drove once and did. He was a DoorDash.
I did. I did.
Delivering food.
So did Connor one night, but that one scared me because
I drove.
Yeah, Connor was all over the place. Where is Connor anyway?
I drove in the rain to a Halloween party and got on. All right. I drove to Cincinnati. I was driving to Cincinnati in the rain and got on.
By the way, I did want to say, I just saw a comment down there. I meant to talk about this earlier, but we got way off track. That sucks about Jordan Travis, former Louisville player, Florida State starting quarterback. We were really looking forward to playing against them in a championship game at full health. Mm-hmm. He had a nasty. I have not seen it, but people told me it looked a lot like the Kevin Ware injury.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was like one of those compound-looking fractures. Not good.
Oh man,
are you serious?
He got hurt.
Yeah,
he got hurt.
It was that bad.
His foot looked like it was just hanging there.
Megan, you should jump on the Third Banner pod. We'll drop the link.
That female
jump
boy.
on here. I work with Megan. She's not one that's shy. She's definitely enthusiastic.
Come on, Megan.
Man.
Megan, come on. Drive her the link.
She's probably like sitting in her bed because she usually doesn't stay up very late.
Yeah.
But that does suck to get back to Jordan Travis. That
Yeah.
sucks, man. The former
Yeah.
card, really good quarterback and had a nasty Kevin Ware type of injury. That sucks, man.
Mhm.
I haven't seen it, and it sounds like I don't want to.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think I want to see
I've
it.
just heard a lot about it.
Yeah.
So prayers for them.
Who was old boy that played for Butler that ended up playing for the Celtics?
Gordon Hayward, he had a nasty one.
It was one of those.
Yeah. Apparently.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
out for the season.
It was Kevin Ware.
out
His
for the
foot was
season.
facing the wrong way. Yeah.
Yeah. His foot, like he picked his leg up and his foot just kind of hung there. Was not
That's
good.
terrible, dude.
Yeah.
So a tib fib fracture for sure.
I don't know. I'm not orthopedic.
Yeah.
surgeon, but
I don't know.
I can look at something that doesn't look right and go, that sucks.
Yeah.
I know if I
That's
saw
about
this
as far
would be
as my
my
expertise
reaction if I
goes.
saw
Like,
that.
oh, come on, bro. Hey, that was me in the third quarter. That was me every time Brock Travis had lined up to kick it.
Hey,
How was that, Josh?
we saw
We're gonna have to capture that one
today,
next.
didn't we? We
We
solved
did.
that today.
Nick Lopez, Nick from the
Yeah.
Bronx.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, we
Inlow, Inlow from the Bronx.
Yeah.
He's not actually from the Bronx. It's J-Lo, but anyway, Jenny from the Bronx.
Dude,
But
he just
he did. But
drilled
no, I
it.
looked at a guy next to me. We were watching the game, and he was like, "Tied game, baby, tied game." When we got that touchdown, it was supposed to be 20. And I looked at him and I said, "You cannot say it's a tied game until he kicks this football, because he's been an utter disaster. No offense, I'm just being honest. It's been an utter, and sure enough, he goes up there, and it got blocked. Not all his fault on an extra point, but he didn't kick it high enough. Like, man,
No.
kick that thing way up in the damn air. Like extra points or 20 yard, like 25 yards out, maybe
25, I think. Yeah.
It's like, come on, man, like kick that thing so high it can't be blocked. But no. And then I looked right at him. I was like, this is your fault. You said it was tied.
Yeah.
And then my
Get out.
stepson learned a valuable lesson today too. Because with 5 minutes left in the game, when we went up 38-31, he said, "There's not enough time left. This game's over." I said, "What?" I said, "Get out of here." I said, "You just lost us this game upstairs."
Yeah.
Then he went to go. I was like, I'm kidding. Come watch it. But never, ever, never say game over before the game's over. When it's a one-possession game.
Miami found that out against Georgia Tech, right? Like they should have been taking a knee, and instead he like gets hit and running, he fumbles, and then they get like an 80-yard touchdown. So it's never over, right?
No. So he learned a valuable lesson. He's only 10. He's a young sports. He's like a rookie when it comes to sports superstitious moments. So he's learning on the fly, and he learned tonight. Do not call a game over. That's a one possession game. And 5 minutes is an eternity. I mean, let's be honest. And they were marching. It's not like, they didn't get close. I mean, that's another thing, man. They got down there, and it was a sinking feeling, man, because they just kept marching and marching, but defense had to bend but don't break. And we did it, man. 4 stops within the red zone.
Yeah, they did just enough, right? That's all we needed from them.
You know what? Ross is going to come unglued if somebody doesn't join us and share their thoughts.
I mean, let's go. Talk to us. Come on.
We're all hyped.
Yeah.
We're all hyped.
Oh, let's go.
Captain Hampton, he's getting his rave background set up. Do you remember last time he joined us? He had a rave party going on in the background.
Who did?
Captain Hampton.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
He had like all this stuff going on. I was like, what in the, is he at a rave right now? Sorry, guys, just dropped some ecstasy. I'm on now. Oh, man.
I mean, what are y'all doing? Click the link. Hey, get on here with us.
Hey,
tell us what you think. Like, it's a big day. Like, we snapped so many negative things going against us today. Like, we've never won at Miami. We have a losing record in those uniform ensembles.
You're finding harder words.
The uniform.
Conglomeration.
Listen, we never getting 10 wins and getting past that 10-win mark has been an absolute cluster F for this program, for Louisville football. It's been a nemesis. Like, it has been an absolute nemesis. It seemed like at times it's been untouchable. Like, we did so many things today. Like, we broke so many stigmas when it comes to U of L football today. Like, get in here. Tell us what you think. Like, let's go.
The longer it takes somebody to join, the bigger Ross's words are going to get and the more confusing. So just no pressure, guys. That being said, hey, can we find the official Louisville football Twitter? I assume they've got Jeff Brohm's press conference after the game.
Yeah,
let me pull that up. Jeff Brohm will join us if we can find the link.
Mark said that Ross is acting like this is AOL chat room trying to get someone to video chat with him.
Oh,
hey,
you had to have a Hey, listen, real quick. So you had to have a webcam to do that. And back in my day, a webcam was like a thing. Like, hardly anybody had one. I was like, you got a webcam? Like,
hey, for the
you're a pervert or you're rich,
right.
or you're a rich pervert.
Yeah.
Hey, for the olds that are in here, A question mark / S question mark / L question mark. Anybody that's from that day, they know what that means. A sex location. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, get in here.
Yeah,
let's
I was
go.
like 13, thinking I was hitting on women, and really they were probably like 50-year-old men that were truck drivers. I was down bad in the early 2000s. I was down bad in the early 2000s. We're not going to talk about it. We don't talk about Bruno. Let's go. Let's watch. What are we watching here?
We got some highlights here that we won't watch the whole thing because we don't want to get struck again. But
is this on
I got
YouTube?
muted so that way. Usually the audio, from what I understand, was the first thing that'll get you busted. So
yeah,
is this on YouTube?
Yeah, this is on YouTube too. It's not on. This is on Twitter. I mean, not on YouTube.
Oh, it's on Twitter. Okay, well that should be fine.
Look
at that run.
We've never had a problem with Twitter. It's always been YouTube. The police are watching us. The feds.
Hey,
here comes Kyle's favorite. Oh no, I thought that was Evan in the game for a second.
Look, that's not a bad throw. Whoever said that,
no,
he lofted it because he had a guy who's not.
I mean, it wasn't great. Let's be honest, it wasn't great.
It was
like he missed that throw. He was missing that throw all day.
It doesn't but that one doesn't look great. Usually he missed that throw because he bulleted it in and threw it too low. He lofted that one. It was fine.
Thank God.
I gotta put that up again.
That's the thing. He lofted it so his guy could like reach up. Like I explained it earlier before you got on, Ross, but a lineman's not going to be able to just catch it like he's daggone.
Look at Evan go, man. Fleet of foot, Evan Conley.
Evan Conley package. Nobody on here ever doubted it.
No.
Hey, I
actually thought they were going to throw it this time.
I told you all.
Look at this play here.
There's the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I told you all before the season even started. I said we were going to have a pick.
Loves that Evan Conley package.
Look at that speed right there.
Not
Against Miami, by the way.
F dog.
Nick, I'm going to say as Ross does.
This here, guys. We haven't even talked about this.
Oh, my God. I had a heart attack.
Dude.
Oh, my God. Like, seriously, can you guys just find a way to lose without stress?
Coming. Yep. All right. I'm going to tell you right now, Clutch. Next game, the UK game, he's throwing out of that package. We've been waiting for it all year. It's not a gimmick. It is not a gimmick, right? He is what he is, but Brohm sees something that they can exploit. They can exploit what he does and use it to a benefit in regards to the matchup, to the defense. Like he has something. I was calling this before the season even started. I told you all we were going to have a package for this. I told you all it was going to happen.
Watch
and here we are. Here we are.
Funny.
I haven't seen this
It's
yet.
not a stupid thing. And we've stuck with it. That should tell you everything that you need to know about what Brohm thinks in this package. We are going to throw out of that package at some point, and if I had to guess, it's going to be next week.
We may never get to watch this video because Ross is really loving Evan Conley's package, but we got to break this down. Watch this police officer. Look to the left. Go back. Go on. Well, it's so short. We could probably just play it through.
Hey, do we have a wet T-shirt contest?
That is a damn.
Did they get her? Did they get McGrath?
It's not going to work. I wanted to show that policeman or the police officer security that was there. All right. Missed it again.
Oh, she got it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the police officer.
All the way back. Yeah, let go all the way through. No.
Hey,
let's go all the way through. There, look at watch him missing. He just literally look at how smoothly he just dodges every single drop.
He's like, no.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out of here.
Not today.
Look, he doesn't even. It's effortless.
That is that great. That's that great Riptide Rush Gatorade, baby.
As funny as it
great
is,
Riptide Rush.
As funny as it is, the police officer dodging in the background even better.
Yes.
She got drenched.
She got nailed. Yeah.
It's that to me, the police officer is the funniest part in the background. Just like walking
did you see her O face right there? Go back.
Oh,
jeez.
There we go, boy.
She was like, oh. Hey, Ash. Yeah. What was that O face like?
No.
Yeah.
We're not doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it like, Ash?
Is there no Jeff Brohm press conference?
Why is Peter Dinklage in the middle of that thread?
It's an ad on Twitter.
Oh.
Wow, that surprises me. There's not a press conference for.
Usually it's right there on their Twitter account, the football Twitter account.
Yeah.
Let's see if I.
Can you mind the comments tell us, was there a press conference? I guess I didn't know either because I was celebrating so much after the game. I thought we'd just watch it tonight like we always do, but apparently maybe they just celebrated so hard that they said, screw your press conference. We're done. We're getting on a plane. We're going home and we're beating UK's ass.
Yeah, so, 7 days, boys. 7 days.
That's kind of what I was kind of curious too to hear.
Ash, I know somebody calling it. Ash, you've been calling it all year, bro. It's coming. It is coming.
7 fucking days, boys. 7 fucking days.
Oh, yeah.
Less than
I can't find the press conference, so they must not have posted it.
Less than that since it's a noon game, which I'm still not really
Nooner.
Dude, I am. Is this? Let me ask y'all something. I already know the answer. Is this not fun? Is this not so much fun, dude? This is what I believed deep down in my bones that Jeff Brohm was going to deliver to us. This is it. Like, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we would be 10-1, right? But I thought in years to come, like, we would be competing, playing for New Year's Six games, like being in the playoff. Like, this is what I believed. To do this in year one, this is momentous, dude. Like, you can't even put into words what this means. Like, it is so special. It is so special. This team, what they've shown to be what they are, like in year one, like this is the first year, man. Like, there are so much good times ahead with Jeff Brohm and U of L, dude. I can't hardly contain myself. Like,
so here's
this
the
is
question,
exactly what I wanted.
Here's
this
the
is
question,
exactly
guys.
what I wanted.
Do we want to try to watch a YouTube Jeff Brohm press conference knowing the feds are watching us, or do we just want to skip it? I don't know. It's up to you guys. You want to take a risk?
It off of YouTube.
Because it's on YouTube, apparently. YouTube watches us.
Listen. If I had my druthers, I would try to go find it on Twitter first.
No,
Yeah,
we
I
just
couldn't
did
find
that.
it on Twitter.
It's not on there.
I know you were on their Facebook page. I would go try to find it on Twitter altogether. It's got to be on there.
No, we weren't on Facebook. We were on Twitter, and it wasn't on there. It's only on YouTube, according to the comments too. So that I mean, we really can't watch it on YouTube. I don't think without like last time we tried something like it wasn't a press conference, but it was highlights.
Yeah,
It might
what I
depend
was
on
reading recently is that any of the sound of flagged really quick.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I don't know if he brought up anything about UK. I was kind of curious about just. I always love to hear Jeff Brohm, who knows the rivalry, who understands it, unlike the guy we had before who just couldn't understand why we even had a rival to begin with. Just another game to him. But I was curious just how much he's celebrating this versus already looking ahead. Because if you remember, he said before the season he was already scouting this game. So I'm just curious. I'm curious if he's already locked in how much he's going to celebrate this tonight. It's one of those things. It's very much worth celebrating, but I
don't doubt that he is taking that UK game super serious. Just knowing, that he is a former player here and how he gets up for big games. He's going to be ready for that game.
Cardinal Authority had it in a message thread. Okay, you know what? I'll do that. You guys keep talking. I'm going to find it on Cardinal Authority. We're all premium members on there. At least me and Ash definitely are.
I got it.
Oh, you got it off of YouTube?
I got it off of
not on YouTube, I mean.
It's off of Twitter. Hold on.
Oh, you did find
Where'd you find it on Twitter?
Ross, is your video frozen?
Oh,
there you go.
I'm back. Hold on.
Ross is back.
Ross has learned how to not move, not blink, and talk without moving his mouth. We got Captain Hampton.
Let's go. While you're doing that, we're going to bring Captain Hampton on for his take.
Let's see if there's a rave going on.
All right, what do we got going on back there tonight? Captain Hampton, how was that smoked queso?
It was incredible. If you haven't had it, I got the recipe from what's his name? The Meat Church guy.
Yeah, Meat Church. Matt.
Waxahachie, Texas. And
Matt
when my
Pittman.
mom, she goes to Texas to see my brother, I have her hit up HEB and bring back a bunch of cream of jalapeno and cream of poblano pepper. This is how I used to make it, but it was incredible. And
are you bringing that to the potluck on Tuesday?
I am not, but I don't know. It's kind of a good luck omen, so I should, right?
What are your biggest takeaways after
biggest takeaway? I don't know if you guys remember back before the Notre Dame game in the Discord, I said that we were going to beat Notre Dame and we're on a collision course for the national championship. I didn't think we'd be this close so far in the season, but the biggest takeaway is just Jeff Brohm. He's a master. You see that in his preparation. He kind of learned from that Pitt game, and then I know we're always hard on Plummer there, but besides that one pick, he had a pretty decent game. But the surprising thing, I didn't have this on my bingo card. I don't know if you guys did, but the tight ends. I had no idea the tight ends were going to be clutch there, have over 100 yards receiving, and it's just good to have that win against Miami, especially kind of a rivalry with Miami. But yeah, I'm just ecstatic. First year, Jeff Brohm takes us to the ACC championship game. Unbelievable.
Wow.
I'm giving Plummer an A for the game. I know he missed some passes, but when you consider all the variables, Thrash being hurt, being on the road against a really good defense with the stakes could not have been higher. He delivered. He was like a UPS delivery driver, man. You didn't know exactly when he was going to show up, but he delivered it. And then Evan Conley delivered a package too, the Conley package.
Yeah, what was Plummer was? I don't know if you guys hit on this, but he's in the fourth quarter. He's 6 for 7, 135 yards, touchdown. Yep. So clutch, absolutely clutch.
That's the thing. He was clutch. That's the biggest part of it. So, like if he's going to have his best quarter, when would you want that to be? Everybody's going to pick the fourth quarter.
And I will say too, the staff did a really good job making sure they set him up for success come that fourth quarter. Like, we stayed pretty balanced. They didn't put too much weight on his shoulders, and we continued to run the ball through the fourth quarter. So we kept their defense honest. We really did. So that's a big thing when it comes to this team, our team. Like, you gotta, it needs to be balanced, and you got to keep the defense honest. And they did a good job of that today. We had a really good, and there was a time there in the second quarter where the coaches had to make an adjustment, and they adjusted, and they were calling a very good game. Like, this is, honestly, I would say this is probably the best called game that the Brohms have had offensively all year.
I agree with that.
I don't even beat around the bush with that. Like, there were some in-game moments where they had to adjust, and they adjusted, and they capitalized, and the guys executed. So it's such a big win, dude. It's such a big win.
I was so in sync with Brohm too when he said, "What was it?" Or I was in the Discord and I said, "We really need a misdirection play. We haven't seen a lot. We need something to spark us." Right after I said that, he does a double reverse to Callaway, which it gained like 8 yards, so it wasn't a huge thing that it could have been. But it was just funny. It was like right after I said that, he's like, "I got you, man." But great play calling all around. But anyway, Captain Ham, before we let you go, did you have any other thoughts?
No, I'm excited for the game. UK, I think we're going to smoke those fools. And then excited for Florida State. We played them to the wire last year, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking forward to that. And I think, if the defense can play a little better, they clutched up when they had to there in the fourth.
Yes.
If we can put it all together, man, we're going to be dangerous against Florida State. So, and then depending on what happens in the college football landscape, who knows what can happen. So
Absolutely.
we shall see.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks for being on, man.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I almost wonder if Jeff didn't see something on tape against Miami with the tight ends, because FSU abused them too over the middle with their tight ends. So I wonder if, that was something that he saw on tape, or if he's just happened to work out that way.
It's what I was.
I'm not going that far.
It's what I was saying.
It's football.
It's what I was saying. It's what I was saying Wednesday. Like, this game, the way Miami plays and the way that they played to their strengths, right? This was the perfect game to get the screen game going. And when you get the screen game going, like, you're looking at playing the flats a lot, like, because they're going to bring pressure from the edge. And we exploited that today. Like, we played out on the flats a lot. Jack missed some of those throws that he shouldn't have missed. They were easy throws, all right? But it didn't come back to haunt us. And we were able to capitalize long term and keep drives going. So we had that's what I was getting at earlier. Like, our coaching staff saw what I don't care if they saw what I was seeing, but, like, I care that they see what they're seeing, and they're winning at doing it. But they saw something and they exploited it, and we pulled it off, and we did it for 4 quarters. And, it was what it was. Like, we exploited the flats, and we exploited that screen game. We used the screen game a lot more than we have all year this game.
So I am looking at our defense. They've had a struggle the last couple of weeks. I want you guys to come out like gangbusters against UK. I want a defensive juggernaut performance like what we had in the shutouts. I want that kind of defensive performance. I want us to be in the backfield all game. I want us to make their lives a living hell back there. They do have a really good running back, and they have really good receivers, but their offensive line has shown the tendency to not protect. Pass protection's kind of poor at times. You got to take advantage of that. And I want us to shut down their running back a lot like we did Estime against Notre Dame, where he was just running roughshod on everybody, and then he ran into a brick wall when he got to us. We need that kind of performance against UK. If we win by 1, I'm not going to complain because that means we finish the season 11-1. I want to kill them. A win's fine, but I want an absolute bludgeoning. It's a noon game. I'm already mad because I've already obligated to cook the food for my mom's Thanksgiving thing. I'm stuck. I at least want to see an ass kicking since I have to watch it on TV and I can't go to the game.
Iowa State just scored 15-9, so they're down 6.
Oh, they're down. That sucks.
Is everybody just kicking field goals in that game? I mean, what is going on?
We missed an extra point. So
jeez, what kind of school misses an extra point?
Yeah,
right.
Losers do that. Yeah, but Matt Campbell, he's like a lesser version of Brohm in that like he gets his teams up for big games and he always plays people tight. He always plays Oklahoma tight. So I'm not losing out hope.
I'm going to post the link one more time if anybody wants to join and give their thoughts. This is a historical night, ladies and gentlemen. It's a historical night.
It is 100%.
Man, what a night. Like,
wild.
I ran off the damn softball field, got in my car as fast as I could. I still got my umpire pants on just so I could be on this pod tonight because I was not going to miss this. I haven't eaten dinner. I haven't eaten since like 7:30 this morning.
At least you're wearing pants, man. I'm not.
Don't stand up, Kyle.
Hey, no rules, man. We just like, we're in the ACC championship game. There's no rules. No, I'm wearing pants. I'm just kidding, guys. Nobody get too excited. Washington 22, Oregon State 17.
I need to get the Ross clip loaded into that queue.
Which one?
The one where he was doing the Lion King or whatever.
Yeah, we need to get that one on there. But that one's in context, though, of not wanting to. It's anytime we lose a guy in basketball.
Yeah. Yeah. Then speaking of that, we had the early signing period, and I think our one commit for next year did not sign.
No, I don't believe this.
Oh no!
Sorry,
Speaking
Josh.
of basketball, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna ruin those good vibes, Josh. All right. No, we told TJ Robinson, we had staff that reached out to that kid and said, hey, it's not
going to talk about basketball right now.
No, I mean we're gonna scuttle over it and then we're gonna be done.
And then we're done.
We had staff that reached out to TJ Robinson and said, hey, the scholarship's not open. Like you need to look elsewhere, and that's the end of it. Like that's the end. That is all of 2024 recruiting basketball. That's it.
Well, I'd say they're doing that for a different reason, but we're not going to get into it. Let's continue on. Kentucky gives me typical Louisville blows it type of game, but Brohm has broken through and won him. Man, I mean, I can see where under a normal circumstance we could have a letdown game. I just don't think, like I said, he's been looking
I'm glad we're playing
off
Kentucky
season.
next.
He's been scouting this game since the offseason. He said he's been watching film on them to prepare. I would not be surprised because he's a pretty serious dude in football. Like, you remember he said he has no hobbies. He doesn't have them. Football and winning are his hobbies. That. I actually picture Jeff Brohm like in between, just like when he goes home at night, his wife's probably pissed at him because he's not spending enough time with her. He's over there watching game film of UK football. Like with the 15 minutes of downtime he has, he's over there watching, he's over scouting and just picking up little things here and there. He does not want to come in here his first season as the head coach and lose that game on our home field, especially after this season. If anything, winning 10 games, I'm sorry. How many have we won? 10, right? We're 10-1, right?
10-1.
Winning 10 games and only losing one puts even more pressure on him not to make this the game that he loses. Like, this would be our worst loss to UK as far as like devastation since the Lamar air quote fumble. And I air quote that because his wrist was on the ground, and per the rule book, that is not a fumble. And I've seen that reviewed in other situations, and it's always called down. So I still think we won that game. But nonetheless, it was a heartbreaking loss. This would be on that level, and I don't think Jeff Brohm, as our coach, is going to let that happen.
I don't think so either.
Texas is punting to Iowa State now, so.
All right.
Clones.
If Texas loses this game, all of a sudden, like, it's a whole different conversation. Like, we're not just talking about ACC championship. We need Texas to lose. Y'all make good brisket, but y'all got you. Sorry, Ash. I know you live in Texas. You live in Austin.
He lives in Austin, yeah.
You need to go outside and talk shit.
Yeah. That's what you can do.
And then
I'm not talking shit just yet.
Yeah.
We got to play them in basketball tomorrow, so.
Yeah. Well,
we don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about basketball.
Matt Campbell knows how to get up for these big games, so I haven't lost
about Matt Campbell getting up, huh?
Hey, we talked about Evan Conley's package for enough. So I had to change the subject to something else. So.
Don't get Ross started. He'll go back. He'll talk about it.
Yeah. I wonder if that comes up at the Broncos.
Devin says he's so ready for Jaws to get to 100%.
We all
gets
are.
100%, and Isaac keeps the train rolling. It makes us a championship sleeper. I want to see Jaws sit out against UK, and I hate to say that because he's great. He's just not. He's not where he needs to be. And the longer they keep pulling this, like, hey, let's give him 8 carries a game, like, I think it's just setting him back. I think it's just delaying his recovery. And I don't know if it's something where they're just thinking like he's not going to have the time to get any better than he is now, so just throw him out there. But if that's the case, it makes sense. But otherwise, like, give him another week to rest, man. IG's been doing really well. I think Maurice Turner can get some more carries and do fine. He had 2 today. He had a good carry, and then he had one where it wasn't his fault at all. The guy came in untouched on a blitz and just creamed him. And that's all he really got that I remember. But I think we can do okay. I mean, I'm not even against like a Kawan Brown being a 3rd string guy for this game. I'm really not. Now I don't want him getting a lot of carries. I think Jaws needs to take his time, recover for this ACC championship game.
I honestly, I'm in a different boat. Like, I love what we're doing. Like, we're managing his workload. You see it, like, he's in the game. He is his explosion, his ability to explode through a gap is absolutely different from anybody else that is on this team. Like, he's a difference maker. So, I mean, if we only do that 10 times a game, I'm for it. Like, yeah, he loses. We don't get the full Jawar Jordan when he gets to that second level. That's the difference. But he makes a difference when he is in there still. Like, we're keeping him in game shape. We're giving him limited reps, and we're allowing him to get healthy as it goes on. Like, I like what the staff is doing with him. That is, they're managing him properly. I'm all for it.
Hey, what's this comment? Oh, this is a really good one. Oh, wait, that's a StreamYard link for one of you guys you just click on that right there.
You got a cam
and talk about how we are in the ACC championship game and how we needed no help from any of those other bums in our conference to do it. Like, here's another thing. As soon as we won that game, I was like, I was like watching Clemson, like, we gotta be Clemson fans today just in case. As soon as we won that game, I'm like, fuck Dabo, UNC by 28.
Yeah,
which they lost. They lost, but like, I don't like Clemson. I don't like Dabo. So it was as soon as we won that game, I was like, yep, screw Clemson.
He has lost. He has lost his fairy dust now that Venables is at Oklahoma. That was the match made in heaven for Dabo was getting Venables, and he's gone. That mixed in with the way NIL is now and Dabo not wanting to exploit the NIL, Clemson's done, dude. As far as it comes with Dabo, Clemson is done. They're cooked.
Hey, how much would we have to pay to have Joker and the Thief play as our intro for the Third Banner Pod? How much money does it cost to buy those rights? Because that would be so badass.
It would.
It's not as expensive as you think.
Extra 100 subs right off the bat. Joker and the Thief. Welcome to the Third Banner Pod. You have like the entire like viewership just like over there like gassed up, like freaking like banging their heads against the wall. Like, we gotta do it, man. Joker and the Thief. Just to do, and then it goes that's when we go live. Think about it.
No, it would be so sweet. It would be so
It
sweet.
would be pretty badass. Does anybody else have Joker and the Thief yet? Now they're watching like other people's pod and they're like, let's go do that right now. Right now. And let's have an emergency pod.
Yeah.
That way we're first.
I'm checking
22-20 Washington. So we want Washington to lose, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We want Washington and Texas to lose. And I mean, look, like I said, this is all free money to me right now. This is free money. Like at the very worst, we don't get in. Who thought we were going to be right here, right now, this year? I'm not even heartbroken about it. So it's just like that would be all. Yeah, you got a good point. Like Joker and the Thief after a loss, if we get on a post game, we got to have 2 intros. That's it. We got to have Joker and the Thief. Yeah, and then we got to have like a wah, wah, wah.
We could come up with something better than that. I promise.
Devin wants to know about our transfer portal quarterback options for next year.
We have a guy. I mean, I've seen that it's been shared other places at this point. I've known about it for about, I want to say like 10 days or so. I don't know, but I don't like to talk about who it could be because, you know, the portal's not open yet for players to enter unless it's like a Texas A&M situation.
It's conjecture.
It's not even conjecture. There's a guy who is interested in coming here, but you got to close the deal with quarterbacks. That's the problem with quarterback. Like we thought we were going to get Austin Reed last year at WKU. That was in the bag. I mean, it was like they were like they could see the finish line. All they had to do was cross it, and he turned around and stayed at Western. Now, some of these coaches have coaches that could make moves, and so, you know, that coach is probably going to try to recruit them at that school. So there is that. Depending on where they go, that might be a lucrative idea to quarterback. Oh, hey, you're going to move to this school? Well, that's a great school. I played for you. Maybe I'll go there. So that's something that you can't plan for unless while the coach is still in place. I just know there's a guy. There's one quarterback in particular right now. And there may be more, but there's one that would be a really good quarterback under Coach Brohm. And they have heard from that camp that he would be very interested in transferring here. So we'll see what happens when the portal opens, if he enters the portal, and how long it takes. And maybe I got a little Kenny Payne PTSD, not just Austin Reed, but you remember how many not to bring up basketball other than to say, we heard all the time, this guy's entering the portal, and then they'd enter, and they're coming to Louisville. They'd enter the portal, and then they wouldn't even visit. Now, that doesn't happen under Coach Brohm. But the Austin Reed thing is a football situation where we thought we had him, and he ended up going elsewhere. So quarterbacks are tough because they're going to get the most money in NIL, and they're going to use you kind of like they're a free agent. They're going to reach out. It's very possible this quarterback's reached out to multiple places about being interested. But I think we've got one connection without going too far. I think we've got one guy in our corner that makes a huge difference, and that's close with said quarterback. And I think that I have confidence that person will seal the deal for us.
Yep.
And even if it's not that person, even if it's not that doesn't turn out to be that person, there's always a bucket of quarterbacks that transfer because for whatever reason, whether the coach left or whether it's that maybe they see themselves not overcoming the incumbent starter. I mean, there's always a whole bucket of quarterbacks that are transferring. And with the success we've had this year, we'll be able to just point and say, hey, we've got an opening, come on down. So I'm not too worried about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing too. Like, this is probably one of the most conservative Brohm offenses you will ever see. And you still look at the opportunities that Jack has had in this offense, like it only goes up from there. Like, if you are a dude, like a real dude, like, you're talking in the situations that Jack's been in this year, it's not even an exaggeration. You're probably talking another 500-600 yards passing. If you look at yards after the catch that wide receivers could have had and or running backs, like it's all right there. And if you're a quarterback that has some feet too, you look at what the offense dictates and how it loosens up the defense downfield. There's going to be some lanes to run. Like, Jack is not the most mobile quarterback, but he's decent enough. Like, we have schemed some runs for him this year. You have a real guy that has the real ability to run. With that, you're talking big yards, man. Like, you're going to shine in this offense. Like, the opportunities are going to be there.
So you guys can continue on if you want. My wife's got to work a 13-hour shift tomorrow, and my daughter is not wanting to go to bed, and she's asking about dad, and she's yelling in her ear, and she's getting a headache. What I say earlier, happy wife, happy life, right? So I'm going to head off. So you guys going to stay on?
I think I'm going to head off too, Kyle. I hear my wife stomping around upstairs, so I'm like, she's getting closer and closer.
Is that what she does? She stomps when she's ready.
Then she'll slam a door, and I'm like, oh boy.
Oh, she's got like her own Morse code. She's got like a secret
hey,
code.
Don't make her out to be the bad guy now. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I totally get
it.
You're
gonna set yourself up for failure. I promise you.
It doesn't matter if we've got 1,000 people watching right now. When my wife's ready for bed and the baby's not, it's time for me to go, boys.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right,
Kyle.
All right,
see you, buddy.
All right, guys.
Josh, you off here?
Yep, I'm getting off here too. Go Cards. Man. Go Cards. Beat the shit out of UK.
7 days.
Yeah.
Yep. See you, boys.
Yes.
Ross, just you and me.
Hey, man.
We're the lone survivors.
Yeah. I would be I don't know if they're going to shut us off, but I would be down to trying to play that Jeff Brohm post game if you could try to find it.
It's on YouTube, and they'll flag that right away.
Well, let me see if I can carry the convo. Just give me a minute. Hold on. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, hold on. Jeff Brohm.
I'll pull it up on the YouTube and we'll see what happens. But
I'm gonna see if I can find it. Hold on.
I think that's the only place it is. I gotta do a stupid ad.
Let's see what I can
find.
I
got it on the YouTube. We'll pull it up.
Hold on.
I'm gonna get.
I'm scrolling. Oh, wait a minute. What? When is it? Oh, that's last week. Shit.
This is riveting, Ross.
Yeah. All right. Fuck it. Hey, play.
Here's what we got. Let's see what happens. It's not very loud though.
Well, first off, really proud of our football team and our
Oh, that
coaches.
sounds pretty good.
Great showing by fans coming down here to support us in this game. I know we had a great showing back home watching, and this is a big win. Come down to Miami and to win a game with a lot riding on it is a great feeling. You know, we wanted to go into the ACC championship game with a win, and we wanted to decide it that way. And I think we worked hard this week to get it done. Our guys got refreshed over a little bit of a break, and they had a good week of practice, and we made just enough plays to win. Wasn't a perfect game, but to see our guys fight back and to do a lot of different things to help us score and to get points and to get momentum was great to see. A lot of guys stepped up and made plays, and you know, it's just a great feeling to come down here and beat Miami. So really proud of our football team.
Jeff, when you took this job, did you think it was possible to get to the ACC championship game in year one?
Well, you know, I'm one of those guys that doesn't look too far down the road. I understand the challenges that it is to win football games at a high level, and it takes a lot. It takes great coaching. It takes recruiting. It takes players wanting to buy in and work hard. It takes a little luck on your side. It takes some fight and some unity that has to happen on your team, and every little thing matters. So I just think that, you know, we had some obstacles in this season where we won some close games, got us some confidence, got us some momentum, and taught us how to hang in there and play to the end, helped us hang in there and play this game to the end. So I just think, you know, all those things matter, but to come back home and do it, you know, from our university, my hometown, in front of these fans is really special, without question. And, you know,
In front of these fans, that just shows you how many Cardinal fans that were there.
Yeah.
I mean, because he was on the road and he's talking about doing it in front of these fans. And from what I understand, we had a pretty good contingent down there at the game.
Definitely. We had people that we knew that were on site, said we had a good turnout. I would be curious how many we had down there. It seemed like it was a good amount.
It was hard to tell watching it on my phone from the softball field. So I wasn't able to really make that part out as far as like crowd reactions and things like that. But I'll continue the press conference.
I feel the pressure about it. You know, I want to win, and I want to win for everybody. But it takes work, and it takes sacrifice, and it takes a lot of people, you know, doing their part. So it's just exciting to be able to go play in a great championship game against an undefeated, top-ranked Florida State team.
Coach, to make the kicking change to go to Lopez, what was the thought process there, and obviously it paid off? So explain a little bit about that.
Well, I think you know, a lot of this game is confidence, and Brock is a really good kicker. He's a tough young man. He's just kind of, you know, been struggling over here lately. And I just think sometimes you know, we have other people working hard, and you know, we decided to go with you know, someone else, and he did a really good job, and he's practiced well. And that doesn't mean we won't go back to Brock, but you know, we have multiple guys, a lot of positions, and one guy gets to play, and the other guy has to back up, but he has to be ready when his number's called. So for those guys to work together and come through when we needed them was great to see, and I'm sure Brock will regain his confidence, and he'll still be a great kicker.
Jeff, along those lines, your tight ends today were huge at not being a focal point for most of the season. What can you say about that position?
Well, those guys have worked really hard, and you know, this team is going to press us on the outside quite a bit, take away our outside receivers, make us throw it over their heads. So when that's happening, you have to work the middle of the field a little bit, and those guys got to be able to get open and be physical and get off jams and run through linebackers. And you know, so I think you know, Coach Wallace and our tight end room has worked hard. We wanted to utilize them more. I think to be a successful team, we have to be able to own the middle of the field more than we have, and they have to be a you know, great compliments for us. So we're going to continue to work through that and make sure that, you know, all of our guys, slot receivers, tight ends, are able to work the middle of the field and get us yards.
Jeff, to make the ACC championship game the first year, you obviously turned this roster over quite a bit, 25 transfers, whatever it was. What did you sort of find in those guys? How did you make the chemistry work? Because that's hard to do.
Well, I think probably that's one of my strengths and our strengths is, you know, we want a team of guys that are just really good people, that want to work hard, that want to be the best they can be. We want to show them that we're going to help them achieve their goals and spend as much time as they want to get that done. And that's from me all the way to our assistant coaches. It's going to be invested. It's going to mean something to us, and we want them to achieve their goals. So I think anyone that decides to come here, we're going to give them a fair shot. They're going to be able to go out there and showcase what they can do. We're going to try to be creative in utilizing their talents. We're going to be as positive as we can to motivate them to get the most out of them. But these guys have bought in. They're great teammates. We haven't had one issue whatsoever this year, And that doesn't mean everybody's super happy. Some guys get to play a lot, others don't. But we'll continue to do that. I think it's important you always develop guys on your team, but also do whatever it takes to improve your team each and every year.
****. Evan Conley, Con gone wild. Con gone wild.
I thought that they were actually going to do the throw there in that game. Whenever they brought the Conley package in, I thought that was when they were going to pull the throw out.
It's coming. It's coming. It's there. It is absolutely there.
Devin, he says that this press conference is perfect for recruiting. I actually was thinking that while he was talking about that last part. I actually thought that was really impactful, the things that he was saying and how much night and day it is from some of our basketball press conferences. And I'm not trying to hate.
It's not even a comparison to our basketball conference, our basketball program. It's just a difference in coaches. Like, you got this coach, you got the other coach. It just is what it is.
Mm-hmm. And people are always going to make comparisons between the two, being
for sure.
Here.
For sure.
Oh, man,
they said break bread with your enemies. You're not wanted in this town. I said.
Hey, Dolph Lundgren looks like a Stonehenge character. Jesus.
Well, that does make it special because, a lot of guys work hard. A lot of guys don't get as much action as they want. A lot of guys aren't super happy. But in order to be a great teammate, and that's what this game requires, great teammates, you got to just hang in there and you got to give what you can to help the team win. And, it's sometimes not easy to learn that, but you just have to hang in there and understand that's what it's all about. But at some point, you're going to get that opportunity. So I just think these guys have worked hard. They get along with each other. They want to win. We try to stress, hey, man, it's going to take everybody in this room at some point. Now, I know some guys are playing a lot now. Maybe you're not playing as much as you want, but at some point, it's going to take everybody. And if they believe that, I really think good things will happen for not only the team, but also for each individual.
Was there the first coach to take 2 Power 5 schools to conference championship games with different schools in back-to-back seasons? How meaningful is that to you?
Well, I did not know that. So, you know what? That does mean a lot, to be quite honest with you. Being at Purdue, we worked hard to win games and to get to the Big Ten championship. Man, that was as good as any accomplishment I think I had there, and we had some big wins. So to come here in the year one to find a way to get to this championship game, it means a whole lot. And so, it just shows that if you're willing to put in the work, you surround yourself with good people, you allow others to buy in and work together and take the blame when things aren't going well, and just try to figure this thing out. Good things can normally happen. I just think we have really good coaches that are good people. We have a good support system at the university. We've got players that want to win, and fortunately, it's gelled together to help us get to this point. Well, Quincy's an outstanding corner, and he has been all year long. He went through spring with an injury. We got him healthy. He's just got great instincts. He's got great feel. He understands the position. He's really smart. He's a guy back there you have to account for. And I think he just always comes through when we need it. So very proud of him. He's been a leader of our defense. He's been able to play the entire year, and he's just done a great job.
Jeff, you obviously spoke about Coach Plummer meant to you a lot. To combine this game and winning that trophy, seeing his wife with what this team just accomplished, the ACC championship, does that give this a whole new meaning?
Well, it does for me. It was great to see Beverly and her family. I think Howard meant a lot to me as a coach, as a mentor, as a teacher. I played for him. I got a chance to work for him. And when you're a quarterback for somebody who really known for developing quarterbacks, you develop a relationship. And so, I think he gave a lot to our university, Louisville. He gave a lot to Miami. He's given a lot to a lot of other places. And I just think because of it, all these programs are better. And because of it, all these programs are relevant. And, Coach never backed down from any challenge. That's one thing I definitely learned from him as a player and coach. It doesn't matter who you're playing, you're going to have a chance to win when you're coached by him. And I just think, seeing Beverly here and the whole family, great. He's missed by all of us, but we carry on his legacy. And I think both schools really played a hard football
That
game.
wouldn't have been a lightning rod in a
We came out
disco
on
at
top
all.
against Boots. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I love that press conference. He's just so good with the media and being able to convey his message and that kind of thing. It's just so night and day.
Yep. I mean that I can't type right now. It's so nice listening to a football coach like that press conference was orgasmic to me. Like I can't even like it. I mean it I can't even put it into words.
Yeah,
Like
I just got to ask Ty what he thinks about the press conference.
5 star
Hey.
in my book.
It never gets old. Never gets old.
Hey, wait a minute, hold on, wait. Yeah. I mean, he gives real answers, but they're like football answers. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's so awesome. It's like you said, it's night and day from the last staff. And I just, I mean, orgasmic, man. Orgasmic.
Yeah, Kyle, we just figured we'd wing it since it was just me and Ross, and it seemed like it worked fine. We didn't get any flags, so I'm happy with it. We were being risky, but that's all right. Let's see what Devin got to say. In fact, no sacks were given up and only 2 negative plays occurred in the game. Has me excited for this Kentucky game. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't realize we gave up no sacks in the game. That was something because I only watched the fourth quarter, so I didn't know that.
I didn't realize that either. But like I was saying earlier,
and FUK, I'm glad they lost. If that's really true,
they lost.
That's what Devin said.
They lost to South
Kentucky
Carolina.
Just lost to South Carolina.
All righty. All right. That's what we like to hear. I mean,
there's 14 seconds left on my Yahoo app, but maybe it's behind.
They, the thing is, I didn't realize that we didn't give up a single sack today, but I will say again, and I hinted on it on Wednesday. I said we were going to have to give Miller some help on that strong side. We were going to have to chip block extra, we were going to have to chip block with tight ends, running backs on that side to give him some help. So that way Plummer could operate with a clean pocket. And we saw that numerous times today. So, yeah. I mean, it is the coaches had such a good game plan today. And like I was saying too on Wednesday, I didn't want to back ourselves in to this win. I wanted to win this game, and I wanted to outright win this game. I wanted to fight from Miami, and we got to fight today. We got to fight. And they gave it to us, and we weathered it. Like this team that we have is special. Okay, I can't put that. I can't say that enough. And when we were predicting records at the beginning of the year, we didn't know what fight this team had in them, and they've got a lot of fight, dude. They are fighters, and they are They're
There's
a
no get up.
resemblance.
No fold.
They're a resemblance, and they're a culmination of this coaching staff.
That
Like
hold on the goal line there in the fourth quarter, it's just the epitome of what this team is. I mean, Miami drove all the way down there inside the 5, and then we held them. And then the Indiana game the same way.
Yeah.
Big Cardinal fan says he wants to hear the John L. interview of Coach Brohm. Man, I actually want to hear that too. I'm going to have to find that at some point this week because I think that could be really cool.
Hey, John L is a natural at being on the radio and talking. Like, he is a natural dude. I'm telling you, I missed it. I wish I would have caught it because I would have been able to speak on it. But he is the man, dude. Like, he is.
I wish I could heard
he's one of the best football coaches that we have ever had at this school. And he will be one of the best football coaches that we've ever had at this school. No question about it.
Man, and he has reinvented himself with our fan base so many times because he went from being absolutely loved to absolutely hated when he made those comments on the way out the door about us not needing to know our place in the food chain and all that. Like, our fans hated him when he made those comments. And then able to just kind of build up, his reputation back with our fans and to the point where, everybody loves him again. So that's pretty good work by him. And it's just a testament to his ability to win people over and that kind of thing. But Ross, I got to be back on the softball field in 8 hours. Or I got to be up to go back on the softball field in 8 hours. So I'm going to have to bounce out of here. You got any final comments before we get off of here?
I would just say, this is exactly what I wanted. It ended the way that I wanted today. And I'm ready. Bring on UK. Bring on UK. We got a coach. We got our coach. We got our dude who understands what this game means. Okay. He's our dude. He understands what this game means. And we're going to go out and we're going to win that game. I don't know what else to say. Like, I am confident we are going to win this game. We're a better team. We're a better team than UK is this year. We've been the better team in the past, but the difference has been the approach and the coaching staff. And we finally have our guy that gets it. So let's enjoy this win. Let's enjoy this win for the next couple of days. We're going to get to Monday, Tuesday. The nerves are going to set in. All right, the nerves are going to set in. It's going to be rivalry week, and we're going to answer that bell.
Tar Heels for life. You know what? You guys had a good season, though. And you guys are going to be much better than us in basketball. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
But you know what? Yeah. Tonight was awesome, or today was awesome. The show tonight was awesome. Thank everybody for watching. Hit that like button on the episode and subscribe to the channel. If you just happen to stumble upon this video later, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Follow us across all our social platforms on X.
Hit that bell. Hit that notification.
Hit that notification bell. Follow us on Facebook at the Third Banner Pod. Just want to get all the engagement we can because we really appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
We're closing in on episode number 50, as tonight was 45. So I can't believe where we've come. I mean, it's been a great ride with the Third Banner Pod and everybody that watches on a weekly basis and that kind of thing.
It's been a ton of fun, man. It's been a ton of fun.
Go Cards.
Go Cards, go Kroger, baby.
Yep.